Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm so sorry for my car noises. I got a raggedy car, and y'all, I couldn't wait to tell this because like I just had to go off on somebody, and it's been needed for me to go off on this person for a long time, y'all. Like, no kidding, she deserved it. But y'all, my mouth got real fly, I'm not gonna lie. So I want to tell y'all this story. So in the process, I'm gonna be, doing something. But okay, so sorry if I'm yelling, I'm loud, I'm just passionate, y'all. You see my windows. Anyway, let me stop getting off track. So y'all, if y'all don't know, I have 2 kids, right? I have 2 kids by this dude that I was madly in love with. I was actually obsessed with him. I was very delulu over him, like, because I always tell people, like, I would never let a man cheat on me. I would never do this, just to end up being the same dummy retarded. So I was crazy over this dude, and we had 2 kids. We was living together. Like, we went through the ringer. So when I met him, I got pregnant pretty quickly. I'm trying to think. I think I got to meet his family. Like, I might have been pregnant while I was meeting them. So I'm with this guy. So he takes me to meet his family, right? I meet his mom. She looks just like him. I'm like, oh my God, you look just like him. And mind y'all, I immediately got obsessed with him. Like, he introduced me to his mom. I think it was his grandma was there, so he introduced me to his grandma too. And I ended up going through a lot of situations when I was pregnant. Me and my mom didn't have a good relationship at all. Like, never did growing up. So when I got pregnant, I was I was very sickly. Like, I couldn't hold down anything. And that's how I found out I was pregnant, because I couldn't hold down water. And I'm like, oh no, like, something wrong here. So I went to the ER, found out I was pregnant, blah, blah, blah. My mom was not happy about it. We got into a fight, a physical altercation, because she got mad at something I said to my brother. And I ended up out of the house because, I fought back. And then I called the police on her because, like, we done had altercations a lot to where, she put her hands on me. But I've never called the police. The only time I did this time because I was pregnant. I'm like, you're not going to put my baby in danger. Like, what? And to this day, she plays victim in a situation. Crazy. But all this is backstories, okay? Don't think I'm sidetracking. I'm just letting y'all know backstories of stuff. So this is how I ended up with my kid's dad, because when I left her house, I ended up with my grandma. Well, no, I think I ended up with him first. And I ended up staying with him, right? And at the time, he was staying with some family members. It was a lady he called his grandma, but it wasn't really his grandma, but it was his grandma. He grew up around her and stuff. So he was like staying with her. And I started staying with them for a while. And it was kind of a weird situation. It was like, I just kind of stayed in the room while he was at work and stuff. I was very sickly anyway. I was very weak. Like, my first pregnancy, that's how I found out I was pregnant, because I was just so weak and so just like, oh my God, not myself. So I was very weak and I was throwing up. I only got up to like throw up. Like, I could barely eat. Like, he would try to get me to eat. It was just bad. But I had to say so while I'm at this house, right? Another character comes in. There's a lady that starts sleeping on the couch. Mind y'all, clock this tea. There's a lady, an older looking lady, that is sleeping on the couch. She looks about 40 at least, maybe 45 at the max. And she's sleeping on the couch. So I'm like, who is this lady? And she's all loud and stuff. Like, when she is up, she's all loud. And my man at the time, which is my kid's dad, I'm gonna just call him my man in this story. My man tells me that that's his auntie. And he tells me her name. I'm gonna just say her name. I don't even care, because, like, F this girl. Her name was Gretchen. So he introduced me to his aunt Gretchen or whatever. She was acting all bubbly and cute, whatever. But come to find out, later, I find out she don't even like me. I hear her talking smack. Pretty much saying, like, oh, because how I found out she didn't like me is because she used to be on the phone all the time. And because she laid in the living room. Like, she pretty much stayed in the living room. And she would be on the phone all the time talking crap about me while I'm in the room sick, pregnant, with her nephew's baby. I'm laying up sick and I'm hearing this woman talk mess about me, like, constantly on the phone and with the grandma that's, you know, that we with. And I'm just like, why are you talking about me and I'm not even in the room? Like, you're weird. Like, why are you bringing me up as a subject in a conversation when I don't even know you? So she was pretty much calling me a hoe, saying how my baby's not his baby. Like, she would always be on the phone talking about how the baby not even his.
Mind y'all, I was 18 years old. This lady was like 42.
Blah, 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 blah. Talking out the mouth, foaming out the mouth. Don't even know what she talking about. Like, you weren't there when we was in the bed hunching. Like, you weren't there when he made the baby. Like, you weren't in the room with us. Like, did you see us? Like, girl, you don't even know me. You're already assuming. So I'm like, okay, that's weird. And I'm the type of person, I'm a loving, caring person. I'm a nice person. Like, it'll literally take you to do something like physical harm to me for me to not like you. So it's not like I came into the situation rude and not liking her. I was very polite because I was very sick, y'all. I was so skinny. Oh my gosh. Like, hopefully I could find a picture and I might show y'all how skinny I was. I was so frail. I could barely move. I could barely walk out the room. Every time I see y'all, I'm being nice, but somehow you got something to say about me. Cool. So I find out she don't like me right off the bat because she think I'm a hoe. But side note, in reality, their nephew was the hoe.
Don't.
How the tables turn, right? So time goes on, and you know, I'm pregnant. I done been to the doctor. I done got ultrasounds, y'all. They couldn't even deny it when that ultrasound came out with that side profile, because my kid's dad, he got like a long bottom lip.
When that side profile was on the ultrasound and that lip was like this, I said, oh yeah, who?
Who ain't the father?
I know where I put my I'm not a hoe. It's like she wanted me to be a hoe or something.
And y'all, if I was sleeping around, I would have told y'all. I am a lover girl. I want a husband. I want like 6 kids with my little white picket fence and my horses and cows in the back. I don't want to be living no fast life, sleeping with all these people, not knowing who got me pregnant. Like, that's never been me. I wanted to be with this man. We stopped doing whatever because he wouldn't get right. Like, it was never me that was the problem. Like, not saying I was perfect, but I wasn't the problem, but she made me the problem. So, okay, cool. She don't like me. And then, okay, I showed her the ultrasound, right? Well, everybody's seen it. I didn't show her personally, but everybody's seen it. I don't think she believed that was still his baby, but like, you know, I think she acted like she believed it. So, you know, I have the baby and all that. Cool. Whole time I know she still don't like me. After I had the baby and stuff, we got to a period of time to where we were cool, you know? We were cool. We started going trail rides and stuff every now and then. We was cool. Like, I thought me and her actually had a cordial relationship because at one point she did not like me for real. Like, everybody knew that. Like, and it got to the point where I started not liking her back. But in reality, I was just doing that. I didn't really not like her because I didn't have a reason, just as much as she didn't have a reason. But honestly, his family is weird. I think the reason he is the way he is because his whole family spoils him. They're like obsessed with him. It's like he can't do no wrong. And I think because I came in the picture, and you know, his first kid was with me. Like, he don't have no extra kids. It's just we got our 2 kids. Like, his only kids were with me. He didn't have a kid until he got me pregnant. So I guess she was just hating. Like, I don't know. Like, y'all, I don't know. Weird stuff. I've been trying to tell him so long that his family is weird towards him, and he don't understand it. But, you know, it's not for me to explain. And that's why I had to leave him, because his family got him on this pedestal to where he can do whatever he wants with no consequences. Like, but yeah, so whole time I had the kids, you know, we hanging out every now and then, going to little trail rides, but she's still kind of acting weird. I used to call her a BSer. Like, she'll make plans and then like take forever or not show up or text you the next day and be like, oh, you still trying to go? Whole time I think it was because she didn't like me, so she was like playing with me. You know, she was making plans and not being serious. I remember one time we made a plan to go to a trail ride with her niece, another girl who ended up being weird to me. I was cool with her niece, which wasn't really her niece. It was the granddaughter of the grandma that my man was staying with when I moved in with him when I was pregnant. And that's how I got close to her, because when I was in there pregnant, she used to just be in the house all the time. Like, she was homeschooled. Her grandma, like, didn't want her to go anywhere. Like, her grandma was obsessed with her. You know what? It makes a lot of sense as why they treat my kid's dad the way they do, because she would literally be in the house all the time. I think when I first came, she was like 16 or something. And I was like 18. And I told her one day, because I was sickly and I wouldn't like talk to nobody in the house. I would just sit in the room. And one day I came out and I was weak and I was like trying to walk to the bathroom to like throw up. And she asked me if I was okay. And y'all, I'm a very, very caring person. Like, my heart is huge. Like, it's so huge that when she asked me if I was okay, like, that's all she did. It touched me so bad that after a while, I told her, I was like, look, because we started talking after a while. And I was like, girl, when I get a car, because at the time I didn't have a car, I said, as soon as I get a car, we're going outside. And she didn't go outside. She stayed in the house 24/7. I got this girl to go outside. Once I got a car, what did I do? I picked her up and we was gone. We was always going places. Like, but anyway, I'm saying that to say is, me and the niece made plans with his auntie Gretchen to go to a ride. And Gretchen, like, pretty much stood us up. Like, we was waiting for her all day, because like Troy rides, they go literally all day and all night. Like, literally. So we start getting ready like earlier in the day, and after a while when it started getting nighttime, we like, dang, she's not gonna show up, I guess. Like, might as well start taking our stuff off. So we getting unready, and this girl gonna text us at like almost 11 o'clock at night. It was like 10:40 or something. I remember this, like, for real, because we was like talking about, do we still want to go? Mind you, if y'all know what trail rides are, you know what trail rides are. But these are for the people who don't. A trail ride is literally like a ghetto country farm ranch cowboy cowgirl club. It's literally a bunch of people riding horses. Like, it's a thing they call the ride, where everybody takes their horses and stuff, and we literally, like, they got these things called party wagons and the four-wheelers and stuff. And we literally just like go on a road, like with the cars, and we just go down the road, riding the horses, driving, playing music, bumping it in. And it's literally so lit. Like, people be drinking, smoking, whatever. That happens around like 3 to 4 p.m. This girl texts us at almost 11 o'clock at night, hours later, talking about, do we still want to come? Girl, the party's over. The party's up. Like, I should have knew then that she was a fraud. Like, this girl never liked me. And I'm calling her a girl. This is a grown woman. This is almost an old lady. Mind you, I'm like, what, 19, 20 at this time? No, I'm like 20, like 20, 21 at this time. You're almost 50. What are you doing? What's the hate? I don't understand the hate towards a 24-year-old. I mean, now I'm 24. And she still act weird. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, y'all, I'm getting hyped. I'm so sorry. So yeah, she stood us up for the trail ride. It seemed like we were cool though. Like, I didn't like take that and be like, oh my God, I'm gonna stop talking to her. Because we called her to BS her. Like, every time we made plans with her, we wouldn't know if she would show up or not. I'm thinking that's just her. But y'all, when people act like that, they choose to act like that. It's not just their personality. Like, them people's being evil, they don't like you. Like, that's what that was. The whole time we cordial, you know. My kid's dad's mom, because Gretchen is my kid's dad's mom's sister. That probably sounds crazy, but so I was close to his mom, so, you know, sometimes I would hang out with his mom. And then she was close with her sister, even though her sister acted the same way with her, and she acted the same way with everybody. And, you know, I would hang out with his mom sometimes, and then I would hang out with her too. Like, we were just cool. And then we worked at the same job, so, you know, I remember one time she picked me up from work. Like, you know, we was just cool. Whole time I'm thinking we done made up. I'm thinking, you know, we cool now. She been hating me for the longest. And yeah, so I get pregnant again, y'all. This time, because the first time, y'all, the family pretty much like scolded me. None of them believed the baby was his, besides like his mom. And I'm starting to think now, like, maybe his mom was in on it too, because now she acts weird too. I had to go off on her also. I kind of see where I'm going here. It's given like his whole family was like attacking me. I'm this girl that's being quiet, that's with their son, nephew, grandson, you know, dealing with the stuff I'm dealing with him because he was not faithful. He didn't want me, pretty much. Like, he wasn't trying to be serious with me. So I'm dealing with this. And whole time the family attacking me, like attacking my character. And that's how you know when you're a good person, when it's like, I mean, not always, but like when everybody is like against you and you're not even really doing anything, you're just being yourself, living life. Like that's straight up hate. Like, it's giving jealous. Like, are you jealous? It's giving jealousy. Like, y'all mad because I had kids with him? That's honestly, it just hit me. That's literally what it's giving. Y'all mad because I'm the one that ended up with him. They probably thought he was gonna be single forever. They don't want him to move on with nobody. That's what it is. Like, y'all weird. Y'all acting like this is your man. Like, was that your man or mine? Is that your nephew or your man? Is that your grandson or your man? Like, y'all, I need to have a whole series on his family because they're so weird, y'all. They're so weird. And I had to deal with this narcissistic family for years, and I didn't realize they were like being narcissistic towards me until I got away from it. And I was explaining to like my newer friends that were actually genuine friends, like my Christ friends. They would tell me like, that's not right. Like, and I'm like, hold on, what? Because I would always think it wasn't right, but then I would, like, his whole family would come against me, and then I'd be like, okay, well, I guess I'm the one tripping.
Okay, so when I say the family came against me, I didn't mean like it was like an all-out war brawl, you know, like they would do it very slick. Like his mom, she was very like a nice person. Like, it was more of like passive aggressive type of thing, but it was like very, very low key. Like, I didn't even notice it. It was so low key. And I noticed that I say her a lot. When I say her, I'm talking about his aunt, Gretchen.
It was them the whole time. Okay, so I have another kid. Like I said, I get pregnant again by him. Not even too long after I had the other one. Like, it was literally back to back. Like, they're like a year and something apart. Like, everybody think they twins because they be kind of looking alike. So I had my other kid. They didn't question that one because my first baby came out looking just like him, but a light-skinned version. Deny him now. So the whole family is like, oh my God, they're like obsessed with my baby. To the point where I had so much help, it wasn't even funny. Like, now y'all, like, I should never even let them did all that, but I was the first time mom. I didn't have my mom. I didn't have my dad. Like, these people took full advantage of me. Like, emotionally. Like, his mom helped me a lot. She bought me a lot of meals while I was pregnant. You know, she supported me financially, but they were like abusing me emotionally, like being narcissistic to me emotionally. Like, and I wasn't realizing that. So, you know, they helping me out, my baby and stuff. Well, I'm going back to the first child, sorry. They just helped me out, my baby and stuff. You know, now they're obsessed with him. And then I have my other child, and they immediately accept him. And when I have this kid, you know, me and my kid's dad, we get our first apartment not too long after. And, you know, I'm staying with him. Y'all, our relationship was horrible. Like, I don't even want to call it a relationship. He literally treated me like, pretty much like a hoe. Like, he really did. Like, he would leave me in the house and just a bunch of weird stuff. Like, I pretty much was the main caretaker of the kids. He was just paying the bills. Like, he barely helped me change diapers. Like, he would sit on the game all day. Like, he was not a man. It was given like I'm still a teenager with a job and I'm just paying the bills. Like a lot of these men, they're still kids in their mind, but they're older. They just pretty much got older and their mindsets didn't change. So the whole time I'm the main caretaker of these two little babies. They're literally babies. I got a newborn and a baby. Because when I had my newborn, my second baby was like 1 or almost 2. So, and he was like 1. So I'm taking care of literally 2 babies in diapers, like crying at the same time, putting them to sleep at the same time. And he wasn't really much help because, I mean, he did work a lot. So, you know, but it was like that for a while. Like, we stayed in that place for like 1.5 years or something. And me and him got into a really bad altercation, and he pretty much left. Like, he left, and because we was on the verge of getting evicted, and so he just left. And he left me in the house with my newborn child. He took my oldest child and he left me in the house with my newborn. My parents had to come get me because this dude just left me. Like, he just left me. Like, what? My parents come and get me. And I go to where they're at, you know? So at this point, me and my kid's dad pretty much are like done relationship wise, but I was still delulu over him. And I wanted to be with him so bad, but like, he obviously didn't want to be with me. Okay, so y'all, I'm back. Sorry. So I went with my parents, right? I go with them, and I'm still kind of on and off with my kids' dad, whatever. So I'm overwhelmed at this point. I'm working a job that I gotta work overnight while they're asleep because I'm living with my people, you know. So I'm going overnight where my kids are asleep. I'm getting off, and they're just waking up. Like, if you know, you know. If you got to go through that, I will pray for you because it is not easy. Like, running off no sleep, watching energetic kids that just slept all night long. Yeah. I want to wish that on my worst enemy. Not gonna lie. I want to wish it on my worst enemy. So, I'm doing this. At this point, my kids are like, what? How old are they? Like, I don't even remember, y'all. It was so much going on, and like, time was going by so fast, like all at the same time. Like, it was crazy. So I think they were like 3 and 4. So this whole time I've been taking care of both of them. Like, I've been their main caretaker. Like, on some weekends he'll take them for just the weekend and bring them back, and then I would have them while going to work, but at the same time he's going to work too. So, like, you know, he's the whole time he's being painted as a good father and all this other stuff, and they're just like praising him while I'm in the background actually like taking care of the kids like full time. And not saying I want recognition for it, but it's like, it seemed like they really did not like me, and the whole time I'm the one keeping the kids alive. Like, why do y'all not like me? Like like, I don't care, but at the same time it's like, y'all making my life harder for what? At one point I get so overwhelmed that I'm like, look, you need to take them for a while. Like, I need you to take them for a while so I can just like get my life together, because at this point I'm like sleeping on my mom's floor and it just wasn't working. So I'm like, I need you to take them for a while so I can like get my life together. So he does it. They was with him for a little bit. So at this point in time, like, we live far away from each other, and his auntie and all his family live where he lived. So when the kids go with him, you know, the family is around the kids too. So they watching them and stuff, and, you know, helping out as they should, like as family should, you know. For a minute it was going cool, you know, we communicated about it. Actually, it's funny that I'm telling the story because it's bringing up a whole bunch of stuff that I literally forgot because it was so much going on in my life, like literally, and then time was just going by. So we talked about it and everything, like me and Gretchen, the auntie, we talked about it and everything, y'all. Came into an agreement and everything, and you know, I agreed to give, you know, the birth certificates to my kid's dad and all that to where they can get them in school and everything. Like, we talked about it, like we were cool about it. She brought up God and all this, y'all. I literally forgot about this whole conversation. And maybe I'll go back and bring some screenshots, like if I can see them, because I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But so, you know, they over there, they end up in school and all that. They haven't been there that long. The whole time, you know, I'm still seeing them, but they're mainly with him for right now, so I can like get my life straight. And mind you, I'm not BSing. The whole time I got a whole place now, like, you know, big bed, like I'm sleeping in my own bed, like good pillows, like, y'all, I'm got my life together. Like, whole time, you know, he still don't got his own place, like, no shade, but like, as a woman, 3-bedroom for me and my kids, like I said I was gonna do, like I did exactly what I said I was gonna do. Exactly what I was gonna do. Mind you, he's older than me and he still don't got his own place. Like, he be talking about doing this, doing that, but he hasn't done it. Mind you, he hasn't had the kids for like what? It was probably like a year maybe. But before this, he had all this time to get himself together because he was by himself, you know? So it's like, I got a place in that time, you know, I did what I needed to do. In the beginning, when they were with them, when they were with my kid's dad, it was cool. They were sending pictures, you know, we was talking about it. first day of school, sent me videos, all that. Then all of a sudden, I stopped getting tagged, you know, and I stopped getting updated. So I started saying stuff. I'm like, you know, I said something to one. I'm like, so would you mind if y'all can like try to kind of keep me updated on stuff that's going on? Like, you know, as their mom, as the one who kind of like went into labor with them and like laid on the table and was like crying, screaming because them contractions and was pushing them out, wants to know what's going on. Then that becomes a problem. Like, this is me talking to Gretchen, the auntie, my man's at the time auntie. I'm like, oh, okay, like, she made a problem out of it. I forgot exactly what she said. If I can find any messages, I will be putting them up. She's like, pretty much cops the attitude with me when I asked that. And I'm like, that's weird. Like, bro, I'm just asking, like, can you keep me updated on my own kids? Like, that's an issue? Like, okay. I think she ended up, like, blocking me or something. Because we was cool into this moment. Because remember when I said we talked and we agreed to the situation. So she like blocks me and I'm like, bro. Girl, all I asked was, can you keep me updated on my kids? Like, bro, why is that an issue? I ain't a block, so I tell my man at the time's mom, which is her sister, which is Gretchen's sister. I tell her, I'm like, your sister just blocked me. Like, why she blocked me? Like, all I did was ask for an update on my children. And she started acting weird and blocked me. And she's like, oh, let me talk to her, you know, because that's weird. And I'm like, yeah, because, like, literally all I asked was, can you update me on my children, like, in school? Like, because, like, she would, like, post about their grades and post, like, this and that. And I'm like, bro, can you tell me? Why are you telling Facebook about my kids? Why? And then when I asked if you could tell me, mate, like, first, oh my gosh, everything that went wrong. I'm a horrible person. I'm this and that, da, 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 da. Because I want to, okay. She talks to her, whatever. She unblocks me, but she doesn't refriend me because we were friends. She doesn't refriend me. I don't refriend her either. Like, girl, you're weird. So, whatever. Time keeps going on, and they just all start acting weird. His mom is another story time. That's gonna have to be a whole nother separate thing on it because it's not about his mom. It's about the auntie, about his auntie, which is my kid's great auntie. So, you know, that happens, and I don't be talking to them. Like, I just haven't been talking to them. Like, I've been healing, going through stuff, like, and I've healed, you know. I've been wanting to heal for my kids because I grew up with a narcissistic mom and a very absent / low-key, like, neglectful dad. Like, he wasn't around. He only chose when to be around. Now, as I got older, I realized he was very neglectful towards me. Like, he left me in a situation that I begged him to get me out of. Like, y'all, I used to beg him to take me from my mom. That's how bad it was with my mom. And that's a whole nother story time in its own, too. It's like, I didn't have my parents. So it's like, I don't want my kids to experience none of that pain I went through. Like, my life was crazy. It was pretty much hell on earth. Like, now it's, bro, I'm so blessed. Like, and I love my life. And I literally did take that time to heal. It's only been a year. I think September made it a year that they were gone. And I'm seeing them too. But, like, you know, most of the time they're with him. And I actually was healing. I got in therapy. I learned I need therapy. Like, so much happened. I got a house. Like, I got a 3-bedroom place to live. Like, I got a big old tub. Like, y'all, I just realized so much has happened in a year. And it's like, I don't want my kids to go through none of that. And I told that to God. Like, I told him I don't want my kids to experience none of the pain that I went through with my parents. Like, I pretty much didn't have both my parents. Like, my mom was absent emotionally and stuff. So, I know what I want out of life. And, you know, God provided and I got all that. So, now I'm in the right space to know my boundaries and to know what I don't accept and to what I'm not going to accept from people. I don't care if they're family or not, blood or not. Like, I'm not going to be jumping and walking over eggshells trying not to make people mad. Like, that's not me no more. That's who I was. Like, I didn't want to cross boundaries. Like, I didn't have my own boundaries, and I didn't want to cross other people and make them hate me or anything like that. Like, I was one of them, y'all. Like, so now I don't care. Like, I'm gonna tell you what I want to say. So it was a lot of stuff I was holding in towards Gretchen for years, y'all. I met him in 2019, and so they've been knowing about me since 2019. At this time, it is 2025. When they go with him, it was 2024. It's 2025 now. So all these years you've been a hater. I seen her post my kid, right? Like, when I say like, it's been some days, maybe like almost a week ago. She was posting him. She always posts him. So she posted him, and I commented on one of the photos, and I'm like, can you not post my kid anymore? Like, can you like ask me or something? Like, and she never responded to the comment, but I'm steadily seeing her like on other people's posts, liking them. She let my stuff sit for like 2 days, but I'm seeing her active on Facebook pretty much. So when I left work, I text her. I sent her a message. I'm like, let me see y'all. Hold on.
So at this point, y'all, I do have to apologize. I pulled out my mic and the audio sounds kind of bad, but y'all, I recorded this whole thing, so I'm so sorry, y'all. Please forgive me, but enjoy the rest of the story. Sorry. Okay, y'all, so I had to go look at the messages. I texted her and I was like, pretty much told her, I was like, I appreciate if you stop posting my kids, because I commented on a post and she didn't respond to my comments. So I hit up her in Messenger and I'm like, I would appreciate if you would like stop posting my kids, because like you don't ask me, you don't tag me in the post, you don't do none of that. Y'all, she immediately got defensive. She pretty much said how like I need to chill and I should really be thanking her because how she take care of my kids and all this, and that she don't know what me and my kids dad got going on if like, you know, we're arguing, and that's why I'm coming at her, because that's how I used to be in the past, but no, that's not it. I'm talking to you. So, and she's like, I'm grown, I don't play no childish games. And the last thing she said was, that's how I knew she didn't know what she was talking about. She said, you abandon your kids.
Not me.
Mind you, they was with my kid's dad for a year. Like, I'm being so transparent with y'all. Like, I really don't care. Like, because I don't have nothing to hide. I'm not a liar. Like, I know that I love my kids and I know that I take care of my kids and I know that I'm not a bad mom. So it's like, okay, like you never heard of that your kids going with their dad, like when they co-parent. Like, I don't even want it to be like this. I never wanted to co-parent. Like, people are weird. So she tells me, oh, I abandoned my kids, whatever. And I told her, like, girl, never that. Never that, for one. Like, what? And I also said, like, I'm not gonna thank you for purposely excluding me out of everything, because y'all, this has been going on from the beginning. Like, at first they act like it was cool, and then eventually they just stopped telling me stuff, like stopped updating me on school and stuff like that, but they would post it on Facebook. So I'm like, girl, I'm not gonna thank you for purposely excluding me.
Like, I can see what you're doing. I'm not stupid.
And then I'm like, girl, I never, like, I don't think I ever addressed I didn't address me abandoning my kids right then, because I knew I didn't do that. And I pretty much told her, like, the only reason, like, this situation is happening like this because her nephew did not want to be a man. He didn't want to step up. He didn't want to be a husband. So I had to do what I had to do, like, for my mental health and my kids, like, being raised in a good home and not in a home to where, like, they know mom and dad is, like, got something going on. Like, no, like, girl, I'm doing all this stuff I'm doing is because of my kids. So when she say that, it's so dumb. Like, girl, I'm not doing all this for me. Like, shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. She's like, she starts to little girl me talking, look, little girl, I spend my money, and pretty much like if I'm gonna be in a life, me saying I'm gonna be in my own kid's life. Like, I had to reread that and I just caught it. So if I'm being a life that she don't gotta deal with me or something like that. She making it seem like I gave up custody of my kids to my kids' dad. Like, they haven't even been there long. Like, this girl is weird. I kind of thought that they were gonna do that to me, try to like keep them, but they literally can't, because like I'm their mom. Like, they don't have no rights to them at all. Like, I've been sparing y'all, but the way you're acting, I'm gonna get a restraining order against you, and like, air all your business out to the cops. It's a lot of stuff that I don't know if I'm even gonna put it. I might put the message up here because I end up exposing her on that part. I end up talking about it, but she's married to a dude who's, I'm gonna pretty much say it, he's registered. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So it's like, girl, you trying to come at me, but your husband's literally going back and forth. And I'm pretty much like telling her, she keep trying to be like little girl me. Like, I pretty much told her, I was like, girl, When she said that little girl, I'm like, girl, I'm not a little girl. I got my own house. I got my own bills. I got to do everything. Like, I'm not no little girl. Like, what? I'm grown. I'm like, I'm grown. And she's like, she pretty
I
much,
say, yeah, now you got a place after years of bouncing around.
mind you, when I first came around this lady, I was like 18 years old. And she started spreading rumors about me through the family. Because he has a pretty, big family. They all country and like, bro. So she would tell everybody that, like, that's not his kid and all this, not even knowing me at all. Like, I'm fresh 18 and you're like what, almost 45 at this time, maybe almost 50. Like, girl, like, I'm exaggerating. She was probably like 43 or something. Now she was probably getting closer to 50. But regardless, you're like 3 times my age at the time and you're talking about me. Mind you, at the same time, the only reason I met her is because she was sleeping on someone's couch that I was with my kid's dad. Like, girl, you don't have no room at all to talk about nobody. You don't got no room to little girl anybody. Not a single soul. You can't even little girl, because girl, you literally was on someone's couch when I first met you.
And you were hating on me from someone's couch.
The nerve. That's why, like, honestly, it made me a little heated arguing with her because, like, we're arguing like that adrenaline. But at the same time, I wasn't phased because I'm like, girl, I literally watched, like, I know everything about you. I watched you be on someone's couch. I watched you talk mess about me and make up lies. I watched you get proved wrong because that was his baby the whole time, both kids. Like, you're just a hater. You're an old hater, and I don't know if they feel like I'm taking him away from them because that was never the case, but like, he gonna do what he want to do. So like, but yeah, she kept trying to little girl me, and eventually, y'all, I went crazy, stupid on her. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not happy about the stuff I was saying to her or the language I was using, but y'all, this is like since 2019 of frustration, and we're in 2025. Almost 10 years of frustration. So yeah, I had to let loose. I went in on her because, like, girl, who you think you talking to? When she said that about me finally getting a house, and now that and I've been bouncing around for years. You right. I've been bouncing around for years. You completely right about that. You didn't know my situation. You never did. Because you never cared. You was just a hater from the get-go. And little did she know, when she saw me in that house and I was 18 years old and she was talking all that mess about me and I was sick, I was in no contact with my mom, no contact with my dad. I was begging for help from my dad. My mom was just so disconnected from me. She didn't even know I was a very traumatized person. And you're sitting here talking about somebody who just trying to find peace and happiness, and you're just like making it worse. And like, these are the type of people, like, that's why evil exists, because I literally came in this situation not even doing nothing to you, and you hated me off the get-go. And when I tell y'all, I went smooth off on this girl. I went so off on her that I told her, like, look, you've been foaming out the mouth about me for years, and I've been letting you slide. I've been knowing all this stuff about her for years, like the point of where we went to a trail ride one time and she got a whole husband at home and she talking about where can she find at a trail ride. Girl, you're married. Now, I never said nothing about that, but like, girl, you've been exposing your own self this whole time, but you want to try to talk about somebody else when I know all your dirt. I know all your dirt. And whatever she thinks she could say about me is she can't, because like, I don't have dirt. And if I do have dirt, it's because I'm a truthful person. I don't hide who I am. She's one of them people who act one way, but deep down she another way. Like, girl, I'm not a fraud. So I pretty much just told her about herself, about all the deep down stuff that she tried to hide. So yeah, I went crazy on her, and I pretty much told her, like, you've been talking about me for so long. Like, if you want to fight, we can fight at this point. And I'm not the type of person that do that. But y'all, when I tell you, this lady has been taunting me and talking so much mess about me and starting drama about me for years since I came around. And it's crazy because she's the sister. Okay, the dynamic, is my kid's dad's mom. It's her, Gretchen, the aunt, and then his grandma. They're all very close. It's the grandma, and these are her 2 daughters, his mom and his aunt. They have this weird little dynamic to where they call each other early in the morning, like early in the morning, 5 a.m., and be just yapping on the phone, talking mess about people. It's like the daily drama news for them, the daily family drama. So it's like every time something happens, the whole three of them, they all tell each other. Something happens, they tell one, then that one, then they get in a group and they talk about it. Because literally, when I cussed her out, next morning I get a text from my kid's dad's mom talking about, like, why are you calling people B words? I didn't even answer her because, girl, leave me alone. Like, you trying to play mediator when I can do this? Like, what? They have a weird dynamic. So it's like, girl, I've been knowing all this stuff about you all this time. Like, hold back. Hold back, pit bull, because you're really not a pit bull. You're more like a teacup chihuahua. Like, girl, you're not intimidating to me. You're not. I just didn't have a voice all this time. And it's like, now, girl, you're not finna little girl me. You're not finna do any of that. Because, girl, I'm probably more of a grown woman than you are. I didn't need a man to get my place. Honestly, when I had a man, that was my downfall. Like, she got a man. That's the only reason she got a house right now. And it's on some land because it is this man's property. Like, stop. You use your coochie to get around life. At almost 50 years old. I'm 24 and I didn't use my coochie to do anything. I went and worked and got my place, and I still work to keep it, just like I work to have stuff for my kids. And I was like, girl, y'all, these people have been taunting me since I was 18. And it's like, I'm over it, and that's why I'm making this video, because, like, I wish I would never. I was a very vulnerable person. I would talk to them about everything, like his mom especially. And then, like I said, they had their little trio. So I'm imagining everything I told his mom, she was telling all them. But it wasn't nothing like crazy to her, you know. But I would vent to her, and so I just feel like, oh, that was fake, and his whole family's fake, and I should never got them involved with us. Maybe we would have, figured something out, but. I mean, it's still a chance for us to figure stuff out, but it's like, I should never involve them at all because they were so fake. Like, they were fraudulent. They were not on my side, even though I didn't want them to be on my side. But, like, even when he was wrong, they weren't. Yeah, it was just bad. Like, and that's why I had to go off on her finally years later. Like, cause, girl, you've been foaming like a pit bull out your mouth for years about me, just laughing, kiki, and talking mess about me for a long time, y'all. Like, I'm not even over exaggerating. Like, I would be the topic of discussion type of thing. Like, are you obsessed with me? Did you want to be with me? Like, I'm so confused. Why are you, like, so obsessed with my life and what I got going on? I don't even live in that area anymore. And then you want to post my kids like they're yours? Stop it. Get some help.
Stop it. Stop it. Get some help.
What? Y'all, I ain't gonna lie. I can't wait to keep having story times with y'all. I want to have a story time about his mom and how she was a weirdo too. She acted like she was that mama bear that was taking in the little cub that needs some help. Mama bear was fake. Mama bear had poison in the food that she was making. Like, not for real, but yeah, y'all. I have to go because the sun is coming up. I'm finna go to the store. Today is actually the day before Thanksgiving. I hope I can get this video. Oh my gosh, y'all. I don't know. I might drop this video for Thanksgiving because there's just a lot going on, and this is a long video, and I'm gonna have to edit the crap out of it. But yeah, y'all, I'm finna go to this store, go buy me some rolls for Thanksgiving, which I've been real iffy about celebrating Thanksgiving. I don't know. This might be my last year celebrating, because do y'all know the origin of Thanksgiving? Let me tell y'all. I don't know exactly, so don't quote me, but I know it was like when it came to them like taking over the land. I think it was like the Europeans came and took over the Native Americans' land, and they slaughtered them. They slaughtered them all. And after they slaughtered them, they had a feast. And you know what that feast was? Thanksgiving. But yeah, let me go to the story, y'all. I love you guys so much. Tune in if you want to hear more story time. Sorry, I'm so just everywhere around the place. I'm going to give me a little thing where I can have a setup in my room so where I can just sit down and tell my little stories, But yeah, I love you guys so much. Like the video if you want to hear more. Subscribe if you want to hear more. You want to see more of me, because I post all kind of different content, y'all. Because I just love being on YouTube, and I love talking to y'all. So I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.